Good morning, children. How are you today, huh? Little bastards. Alright. Fucking... Let's get to it. No, not the Commodore 64. I did get a larger set of that, actually. There's sort of an Exodus for Commodore games. Called, like... Good God. Called Commodore Dreams. But it's a completely enclosed thing, like you can't just get like the files off of it comfortably, so I'm not dealing with that. I'm kind of bummed we never got to the point where, like, you know, games were on VHS. Like, imagine the game quality you'd get on a VHS, as opposed to, you know, fucking goddamn tape. Ah. Alright, come here. There we go. Oh yeah, zombie. I'm actually kind of, you know, fingers crossed. I want this to be good. I mean, at least playable. You know, I don't mind if it's got its quirks of the era. I just... Honestly, literally nothing is happening here yet. Like, apparently it's going to kick off on around Thursday. Which, you know, again, like, where I am personally, like, you know, this isn't like a hurricane hitting Florida. This is a cyclone. It's a very different thing. The places in Brisbane that flood every time it, like, rains a bit are gonna flood. But that's, you know... You should be used to that by now. Yannick? I mean, so far so good. Okay. Doesn't appear to be... This is going to be an interesting one. Okay, so there's no... It looks like we're all keyboard, I think. I can't even see if there's like a highlighted element, you know? Maybe function keys? No. Alright. Okay. Let's try something a little different here. I don't know why that didn't make much of a difference. Sometimes they have little bat files in here. Like, there are a few situations where you have to add a bat file in order to basically get DOSBOX Pure to run sort of like a program that needs to operate before the actual DOS thing fires. Okay. Push F. Nope. Okay. Let me know if you see something happen. I just... Arrow keys don't do anything? No. Let's try something a little weird. Let's just tell it there's a joystick plugged in, see if that does something. Wait, what? Alright, so it's not the home button doing stuff. Forward, maybe? See if I can get something fucking going this way. Okay. Speed might be fucking with it. So far, the only thing I think did anything was, like, changing the fucking controls. And I don't... like, fucking... I'm getting sick of these people looking at me, to be honest. Yeah, there's a point. I might have a peek at the manual. I mean, this feels like it's not like an IBM compatible native. You know, like this might be on other things. It's on the Commodore 64. No, but it does have Zombie Stomp. Oh, that's sad. Amstrad, probably not the ST. No. Alright, where's Amiga? It feels like, come on, be on the Amiga. It makes sense to be on the... Oh, no, ah! Oh, well, look at that. I mean, that looks 1,000 times better. Yeah, like because there was a long ass time. There was like fucking basically 10 years of drought, and so people in Brisbane started building on floodplains again. It's just like, oh, I'm here for this. Okay. Save. Well, I'm sure this is. Alright. I feel like I gotta fuel up the helicopter, you know? What the? Okay, there we go. Is that P? Oi! Ah! How do I deal with you? Alright. Let's leave that environment. Alright, this one doesn't have a manual though, so we're gonna go back to the fucking good old DOS for the manual. It's got that going for it. Please don't just be a text file. Okay. Indeed, they burst out from everywhere, from graveyards and mortuaries, and the very sight of them causes violence and panic. Let's remind you of the features of these creatures. They are dead bodies that came back to life for mysterious reasons. They feed on the flesh of their victims. They're powerful because numerous and fearful. Okay. Bong. Okay, so I've got a bunch of people sitting around. We can't stay here. Yeah. Alright. So... Alright. The aim of the game. Find some petrol. Be careful. Another team is playing simultaneously. They have no problem with petrol, but suffer from hunger. They are called the Hells Angels. Some tools can be used as swords. Using, leaving, saving. Oh, this is it. Oh, the whole fucking thing is a comic, and then I get like this tiny little bit of like, oh yeah, here's how you play the fucking game. I mean, like, it wasn't, I really don't feel like this was detecting the mouse, you know. I mean, look, that's a moot point, because like, I don't want like one of the uglier looking versions of it. You know, like I could play that one, or I could play the Amiga version that actually looks, you know, actually has graphics and sound and music and shit. That was a nice find, though. I'm happy I found Zombie. The thing about all that survivalist crap is we're a social species and you need other people around. Otherwise, you're just gonna live a while by yourself and then die. You know? You're not gonna, there's not... What are you gonna do? Are you gonna have kids? What are they gonna do? Idiot. But because, you know, the one thing they can't fucking rustle up is basic social skills. How is this edutainment? The fuck is going on here? I think this is a CDI game. Well, the way it's spelled suggests, I mean, like, the plot looks like it's, you know, 2 or 3 of the... I mean, it looks like fucking Dawn of the Dead mixed with a little bit of some of the Italian zombie films. Oh, yeah. Probably don't want to try and run this on computer from 1980. There we go. What is this? Probe? Interplay. These half-wits can't form communities. They can form communities exclusively when they have an enemy, because that's all it's about. Self-definition through othering and developing a sense of purpose by having an opponent. Once that opponent's gone, they're going to have to use the social skills they don't have to, like, cooperate, and they'll clash with each other and pretty much die instantly. Sim City. All systems go in 5, 4, 3, 2. Countdown interrupted. Gravity detected. Navigation malfunction. Hold on to your space helmet. This is not going to be pleasant.
What are you looking at? Hey, you go get yourself chased uku million light years across the galaxy.
Is that a Sonic voice?
Bring in your space buggy in one piece. See, we got problems, pal. I'm talking zombie dinos, capiche? They're right behind me. What? Did you think I was kidding?
Oh, yeah. The biggest hassle about, like, trying to watch any of the, you know... Oh. This had a level of 1990s that I, having lived through them, have like a native immunity against. And then it escalated. And I was just not prepared for that fucking escalation. Leonardo. That's... Because I shit you not, the voice was fucking familiar. But that's the problem, is like that could be any... Like, you know how many fucking goddamn you know, sarcastic, radical, fucking creature voices I have heard in my fucking lots. Okay. Alright. Brace yourselves, we're going in.
Now listen up. This ain't no plaything for small fry. This is a time machine. You and me, we gotta save the planet. My name? Well, ever since the brain blobs turned me into a dino droid, folks have been calling me Dexter. You? I'm gonna call you Rocket Scientist. Yeah. Now,
Shut up, Dave.
Me name is Harry the Harrier, fool. I come from Zeltoid with the aliens to rule.
This is worse than the cyclone. Just I like again. You know, there is some shit where I will say back in my day, but there's like that much. I really can't stress how much better things are just in general. Like every time I hear some dumb shit media argument about like, you know, anything that dares posit that it used to be fucking better in terms of like, you know, what you could access and what existed and shit, every time it's just wrong. It is just fucking incorrect. Like you don't know what it was like. This was what it was like. Like this is what you'd be stuck having to watch at like, you know, school at some point, you know, just be like, all right, time to watch a thing. And you would watch something like this.
I've learned trickery from Henry VIII and more, and I lead the brain blobs with
Why Henry VIII? Like, it's not someone with whom I associate. I mean, that's either an unbelievably deep cut on the fucking goddamn Church of England, or
the vengeance in store. I've traveled in the time machine a billion more years than you. And though you may have it now, what good can you do? We've captured the dinos and brought them
there's
into
more.
the bay. Unless you move quickly, there'll be little more to say.
okay, here's the deal. If you don't know how this contraption works, select this button, and I'll take you through the ropes. If you want to learn more about the dinos we're gonna track, select...
It is time to time travel, friend. Please select the period you dare to visit. I'm sorry. According to my sensory circuits, the brain blobs are currently not on the prowl in this time period. Please select another time period to proceed.
Well, God forbid you fucking give me some fucking information. Fucking whatever.
You are in luck. According to my sensory circuits, the brain blobs are now attempting to zombify one dinosaur in this time period. Go forth, and be careful out there.
Okay, rocket scientist, that handsome little dino on the map is me. Select the gruntometer for a dino reading, then pick a sector, and I'll check it out.
I just can't. I can't hear gruntometer. I can't have that much just hitting me at once. That's like showing concentration camp footage to an old Jew. It is grinding against what I can only describe as my human soul. The existence of that game is a stress position. Like, none of this prepares you. None of this here. None of... Is there a manual? There's no manual. I think this is on the CDI. I think it's one of the fucking video card things that isn't, like, emulated properly. Oh, yeah, there it is. See, that makes it look like a real game when I see weight mobility armaments. Oh, God. This is on Steam and GOG? That upsets me. We can make modern generations know the pain of zombie dinos. I can't delete that. I can't delete fuck awful. I mean, that brain face guy might do something. I mean, could you imagine? I just need to be emotionally prepared, you know? I can't... This is something where I can't just sit down to do this, to do the fucking DOS series, and then just have this exist like a bump in my road. You know, that's just too big. It's insurmountable. It's not a speed bump. It's a fucking mountain. But if I prime myself to climb a mountain, that's a different beast. Oh, good God. It's $8 on Steam. I remember Dinosaurs. I watched that. Oh. Hey, that's Owl Ball, and it's on 2 CDs. Hey, don't dead open inside. Huh. La Ambiente Pseudo 3D. Okay. Please, enough of this be in English for me to be able to play it, because I need something. Downforth, established in 1732, is one of the oldest towns in the American Midwest. Founded by millennial pilgrims from England, the town was named after the father of the settlers, Ezekiel Downforth. The belief that English society becomes so corrupt that Judgment Day was imminent spurred the millennialists on their pioneering voyage to the New World. Okay. Ah, fuck it. Let's just go. Yeah, that was brutal. Like, and that, again, that used to just sort of be what stuff was. Like, that was just, your shows were that. Like, I get so pissy, you know, it was like, people, I saw someone fucking Blue Sky grumbling about getting, like, millennials warmed over leftovers, and it's like, fuck you. You grew up with, like, cartoons done by passionate animation students that had, like, themes beyond buy action figure. You fucking piece of shit. Yeah, I get my warmed over fucking leftovers because they're being turned into something that's actually edible. You little cunt. Alright. I mean, this one looks like it might be one of those ones where I have to install. Or not. Okay. Okay. God damn it. Wrong button. Alright, what are the controls? That kind of just... Alright, that doesn't appear to be controls. Okay, that's kind of a shame. Alright. Ah, something's biting me. I appear to be deceased. Alright. Well. I wonder if there's like a run button. Oh, what'd that do? Nope. I think control just speeds everybody up. Alright, I need to find out what the fucking is. Okay. To left and left. The run button just speeds up all on-screen characters. So... So what's the point? You know? That's not a run button, you sons of bitches. I cannot believe it just jacks the speed up. Absolutely mind-boggling. No, don't run toward him. Like, I can't scoot. And then this just goes fucking... like, really slow for reasons I can't fucking quite fathom. Okay, so let's... like, how do I fucking... like, I figure I'm... like, that... like, I just... like, because it doesn't matter if I fucking... you know, I can't get to the door. Dino Riders, yeah, I remember that one. Greg Proops is in this. Like another version of this somewhere or something. I feel like because before when that angle shifted, it looked like okay, I could maybe get into that building. Okay, die on first screen unless you're running a specific curved pattern. Like, the thing is, that doesn't work in a game like this, you know? Like, how am I supposed to work that out? If there were at least... Oh, God. Alright, so I think, like, if I fucking... Jesus, web fucking cares. I mean, I kind of want to play that, though. Like, I want to see where that goes. But, like, I mean, is it all going to be this? Where it's just, like, this excruciating fucking... Like, how do I even open a door? Like, and it's this awkward combination of mouse and, like, fucking... I think Colin Mockery is the narrator in Mad World on the Wii, if memory serves. How do you fuck up like that? You know? All it would take is, rather than just being like that, is letting me, you know, maybe walk... It's okay to, if a bunch of zombies appear outside the fucking gate and you're like, oh, okay, I gotta go inside the fucking gate. That's telling me where I gotta go. That is just abysmal design from start to finish. That doesn't teach me anything. How am I learning here? I hold control to run. No, I don't. Control to speed the fucking game up. That is terrible. What is wrong with you? Why did you do this? I'm guessing this is why every fucking screenshot in the fucking thing is just this. This is as far as anybody's gotten in this game. Ah, it was Greg Proops into Magia. I swear Mockery's been in something. Was it one of the Outlaw sports games? God, that annoyed me. Oh, wow. Fucking Brazil just did, like, an actual Tron Light Cycle game. Please don't be completely unplayable crap. No video games, fuck. I could swear he fucking did something. Because I know... Oh God, who's... Colbert does Outlaw... Golf, I think. Someone does Outlaw Tennis. Alright. No. Oh. Okay, so I figured out which little guy I am. Okay, steering is hard. Why do I not... Like, sometimes I turn into directions. I think it's, like, relative, but, like, in the most insane way that I can possibly... Yeah, I just... fucking... Estaba próximo a llegar el año. Alright, look, this isn't going to be much help. Arriba? You can guess what Arriba means. Abajo. Alright. I'll keep that, but it'll necessitate some fiddling. It is 2 centuries from now, and the Earth is governed by the World Council. Unfortunately, terrorism never came to an end. Wouldn't you know it? Okay. I feel like that cover is just completely unrelated to anything going on in the game. Oh, look at this after I'm done peeing. Okie dokie. Milking rats, which is pretty much probably what's gonna... Alright. I'm still annoyed at Zombieville. I don't know how you fuck up that bad. Do they not test these games? Like, does someone not sit down and go, hey, let's get someone to play this and see how they go? Remedy this condition. Okay. Cannot run with an XMS driver. That's actually useful information. Oh, yeah, that's the downside for Alan Wake for me as well. What's the villain? It's evil me. Just... I mean, that and... I can never quite tell if it's being ironic or not. Like, because there are chunks of that first one where, you know, he's talking about, like... You know, he's trying to be a writer and describe things in a writerly way. Because it's so heavily based on Stephen King, that doesn't actually mean being creative. It just means saying lots of stuff. And God, it just is just excruciating. What the? Sequel was definitely better in a lot of ways, but still, I don't give a shit about evil me as a boss. Like, I've tried to read it several times, and and the thing is, I don't, you know, get X far through and think to myself, this is a terrible, poorly written book. I just stop reading it and don't realize I've done that, you know? The US version of Zombieville was only released with Disc 1. Arrived at the coordinates the man gave you. Slowly you walk to the door of the building and enter. The one-story hangar is empty except for the bodies of 3 men. You suddenly realize one of these men is one who warned you to get out of the city the previous night. As you walk over to him, you see that he is breathing. Despite his wounds, he is still alive. Alright, so this isn't a fucking... That's interesting. Yeah, there's a little... Get back here, you ring piece. Aha, got you. Get it, come here, come here. Aha! Alright, I've got... Okay, I don't know what that does. Slow down! Stop this immediately! I thought that would be like bomb or something, you know? Ow. I'm gonna fight the cyclone. Well, that was fun. I mean, honestly, that has slightly more to it than what I thought it was going to be, which was... Yeah, it's kind of like, let's take an arcade game and try and fiddle with it so it can work on, like, a domestic setting without, like, you know... I might keep that. Okay. Da, 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 da. Made in Holland. It's gonna be a bit shit, isn't it? That's the thing about, like, absolute evil and absolute darkness or whatever. It's just, it's fucking boring. You know? It's Saturday morning cartoon shit. It's not scary. It should just be other, you know? And it wants to come into our world because our world seems fun. It's just its idea of fun is not our idea of fun. You know, there's stuff here. There's not stuff in the place it lives. I mean, if there's tits, that'll put this up a little higher. I mean, it depends. You know, are they tits? Kind of tits. Zombieville shipped with 1 disc. I'm gonna have to, like, read all about Zombieville now, because I am hugely fascinated that that would happen. Okay. This is a weird combination of, like, CG and not. Like, I don't want to watch fucking experimental Dutch sci-fi. I just want to see, like, what the game actually plays like. Because if I sit through all of this and then just... Okay, so... Alright. Yes. Okay, how do I make that function? Alright, let's... Single player! Waterworld! Easy, why fucking, you know... Welcome to the orbiting space station of the sector Gates to Czar. Okay. Alright. None of that's working for some mysterious reason. That's what I'm doing. Oh, I think I've appeared to have found some form of jump. Ow! Fuck you. Well, that's not helping. Ah, God damn it, no. At least, look, it's got like fucking... Okay. Now, why would those be the same fucking thing? Why would you... Fucking whatever, fine. You know, fine. Lucky horseshoe! Nope, machine gun. And this is kind of a weird space, you know what I mean? Hurt me. I think maybe I just fell down. That shouldn't have hit me from there. Something's shooting at me, I think. Ow. You fucking ringole. Like, the basic at its basic level, it's mechanically functional now that I've fiddled with the goddamn controls a little. Can I destroy those? Wowee! Eh. For some reason, that's as small as the fucking manual gets. Fucking... not great, but at least slightly interesting. Scan the horizon from the pit of your jacked-up hover car. Okie dokie. The remake didn't launch with Russian language support. A nation that exists to the rest of the world as dashcam footage and nothing more. Unfortunately, these options don't save. You know, when I was a kid, I really did think hoverboard or, you know, hovercraft were going to be a bigger deal. I think a lot of things didn't quite pan out like that. Oh no, triangles. Found a book today. Ooh. I love that, like, you can just, you know, you'd have to turn off the background. No. Okay. Is that thing behind me something useful? Hey, machine gun ammo. Alright. Alright, that's not shooting. Alright, so far so good. Drink my piss. You know, I don't need this, okay? I don't, you know, I didn't... Stop hitting me. That's rude. I really just need to be holding machine gun all the time. This is not a let's think about this fucking game, is it? Stop fucking shooting me in the ass, you motherfucker. Look. Fucking ringhole. Alright. There we go. I can finally get something done around here. Alright, the machine gun works better than the laser. Okay, we're getting something done. Running out of machine gun though, that's a problem. Oh, the laser's lame. Suck it! Also suck it. Perfectly functional, you know. Ow, you fucking ringhole. Alright, kind of like Courier Crisis, but in a post-apocalyptic hover car. These two monkeys are killing each other. Yeah, flying cars are one of those things where, like, if you think about it for a second, it's just, you know, it's a miracle as it is that, you know, humans haven't driven themselves extinct just with the automobile. Okay. The first time you visit Zoo World, helpful hints will appear on the screen. Click the screen when you finish reading the hint. To turn the new user help off, press Alt-H. You need to release the gorilla! Release the gorilla.
Cool.
The troublemaker is thinking about which animal to bother first. Shut up, bird. The troublemaker's gonna bother an animal. He was gonna bother, like, the crocodile or some shit. Yeah, there he is. I just don't think that animals that live in oceans are gonna have much in the way of footprints, you know? I feel like this isn't quite the task you want for the fucking aquatic creature fucking section. You know, like, could be fucking anything else. Okay. Ah. Then a volcano blew up on the island where they lived. Oh, look at him. You'd be lucky to see that much of a platypus even at an enclosure. I mean, he's pestering the fucking... Alright, look, where's the fucking crocodile? Otter... there we are. I mean, I feel like if we just let the botherer bother the crocodiles...
No.
Huh?
Well, who's this fuck knuckle? Like, again, if someone called the botherer who likes to bother animals is planning on first bothering a fucking crocodile, you could just let that problem resolve itself. Like, that'll sort itself out. It's nice that this deep into it, we can still be getting these just deeply fucking baffling educational games. Just like the... There is no Dana. I mean, if this is a decent fucking port, it's just a decent, you know, little platformer. I always forget it's Chupa Chups, though, you know? This was back in that period where, like, just sometimes the most reliable fucking, you know, games were somehow related to fucking food. Okay. In association with Chupa Chups. That's what you want to see. Thank God. Scrolling's not exactly fantastic. That thing just looks kind of sad. Oh, you motherfucker! Stop existing. Alright, some door bullshit. Okay. What else was Zool on? Is Zool 2, like, it's still associated with Chupa Chups? I like that question was answered basically immediately. I swear it was on, like, at least one of the consoles. I mean, maybe fucking... There he is. I think this one doesn't have... no, there's Chupa Chups. Huh. No Zool 2, though. That's interesting. Oh, out of a video. Someone spent time to make that. Alright. Let's have a look at Zool 2. Zoos! in association with Chupa Chups is just such a fucking weird thing, you know? I mean, it's possibly on the Jaguar, I can't remember. Alright, I'm not doing fucking... I'm not spending my last minutes on this doing fucking tech support. No, not that. Over anyway. Alright, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, we'll call Zul 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 games to go. Will it be tomorrow? Who knows? Oh yeah, cool spot on the NES was, or the SNES was, the cool spot games was fucking really well animated too. Like, it was a strangely well-made game. And we've come across this a few times in this. Like, they're not what we'd call... The overall game objective is usually pretty weak. Like, they're not fun, usually. But they... So many of the fucking food tie-in games will have solid graphics, solid sound, and function. Which is more than I could say for a lot of the goddamn games I've played on this fucking thing. A bit over a year hitting Ryan. That was episode 377. Oh yeah, we'll be done by, if not tomorrow, Thursday. Which is also when the cyclone hits. So that'll be fun. I don't know. I don't have another nightly thing planned. I'm tired. So very tired. I'll do something with like 6 games. I'll do the fucking... 'cause I already did Neo Geo. So I'll do... Virtual Boy. It's got several games. I'm not doing every Wii game. That... As much as that console has some really, really, really good games on it, it is just that was just that generation's dumping ground for fucking gutter trash. Dear fucking God. Like someone said fucking Amiga, and no. Just a prohibitively large fucking increase on the fucking Patreon for me to fucking do that. And look, don't get me wrong, if you numpties fucking manage to get it up there, alright. But it's 4K a month or fuck you. Oh, Jesus wept. Okay, so what have I got to do today? Oh, a bunch of stupid shit. Alright. As has been foretold. I mean, I'm tempted to do Virtual Boy just because I have the 3D glasses there, and they work. How many Pippin games are games? And not, you know, ports or something like that? I mean, there are just, like, there are things I just don't want. You know, like, I'm not getting N-Gage games. Because, why? You know? Wonder Swan. I mean, the Wonder Swan, you know, is not terrible, but you know, it had competition that was just so much better. It just, I mean, it had the nice idea that you could kind of like rotate it and, you know, get different things that way, but there are too many Windows games. Like, it's the same, like, full sets are worth getting for, you know, basically everything up to about the PS2. The GameCube full set's large, but it's also in Dolphin's proprietary compression format, so it actually comes in reasonably doable. Even if you used, like, CHUD files for the PS2, which is what I'd be, you know, doing, it's like fucking terabytes. Like, plural. It's a lot. And again, like, I don't mind having, like, trash filler games when they're a couple of kilobytes or a megabyte or two. Like, you know, all the 2D consoles, that's easy enough to get them. Just, once you're getting up into PS2 fucking territory, it's just like, and there is a lot. Like, the PS2 was getting, you know, they were still making that thing in, like, fucking the 2000s. 2010s, I think. The PS3 was out and they were still making it. Yeah, all the PC 98 games are boobs. That's just a reality. Like, probably boobs. Probably boobs. Boobs. Probably boobs. That's not boobs. Not boobs. 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 Toho, which is like a different kind of boobs. I think it's actually a Macross game. Boobs. Probably boobs. Anime dingbat. Boobs. 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 Not boobs, pretty cool. Boobs. Not boobs, PC, you know, 98 is probably one really good action game. Actually, no, it also is boobs. I forgot about that. Not boobs. 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 Boobs, boobs. Boobs. You get the idea. Free Nintendo 64 fighting game. There were actually one or two that kind of hindered themselves by having to have a weird fucking gimmick. Like, the Fighters Destiny games aren't awful, but like, they were like, hey, let's be different. And I was like, you sure about that there, champ? Like, it actually has one 2D fighter called Rakuga Kids, which is honestly not bad. I mean, Mortal Kombat Gold's just terrible in general. I think it was just Mortal Kombat 4 on the... Killer Instinct 2 is not bad. Clay Fighter's not bad. There's one I can't remember the name of it, but it's got like a super... It's like two games. There's like a regular like Tekken-y looking thing and then a super deformed Virtua Fighter looking thing. It was weird. Boobs, boobs, boobs. The thing about the boob games now is some of them are actually solid games. Like, it's not just like the world's shittiest fucking visual novel to just like frustratedly click on shit to see some tits eventually. You know, some of them actually have gameplay, which is legitimately impressive. I mean, it's still pointless because I could just, you know, I don't... Like, if I'm doing that deliberately, I'm doing it to jerk off, and then I What do I want? Fucking, you know. Oh, whatever. Alright. Well. Boobs, boobs. Your boobs. That'll do for today. And soon it will do forever. So while you still have the chance, watch my show, or I'll bash your fucking kids.